I vaccinated my kids and they are fine. Starter pack. Eczema, allergies, type 1 diabetes, ear infection, constantly sick. I would show you I didn't vaccinate my kids and they are fine starter pack, but I don't really feel like Google imaging coffins. Anyways, welcome to today's video where we're going to be going through r/VaxxHappened. So without further ado, without further introduction, let's begin. My son is 12 and doing his own research on vaccines. He thinks I'm a crazy anti-vaxxer lady, and that I am just as stupid as a flat earther. I have tried to explain to him about the toxic ingredients and possible side effects. I have tried explaining to him why I have chosen not to vaccinate him. He doesn't believe that vaccines can be harmful and wants me to get him updated so he can receive all the vaccines that he missed out on. I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do. This just shows how you have taught your son ignorance with your stupid as a flat earther statement, as you are aware what it is like to be judged by ignorant people that don't do their research on vaccines. Imagine if you did some research on the flat earth theory before you rush to judgment on what is real or what is not real. If they lie to us about vaccines, what else are they lying to us about? Have a guess. Everyone, wake up. But before you guys wake up, make sure to make a tinfoil hat so the government can't read your mind. Because if you do your own research on that, the things you find are shocking. Unvaccinated kids are healthier than vaccinated. Only because they can't infect anybody from a coffin. Can you show me where all these dead unvaccinated kids are? I'll wait. Sure, grab a shovel. I love how this person doesn't back off from a challenge like that, because in all reality, the anti-vax movement is built upon the death of many unvaccinated kids because of misinformation, as well as the bodies and funerals of many people who couldn't receive vaccines because of various health reasons, like maybe going through chemo or something like that. And in all reality, to see the evidence besides doing actual fucking research from reliable sources, sometimes all you need to do is go to a cemetery to see the harm the anti-vax movement has done. When you are walking past the pharmacy at Walmart and your almost 3-year-old goes for the little vaccine cubby and the pharmacy says, "Don't touch those unless you want to get poked with needles. Do you want a vaccine?" Sila's face was like, "What's wrong with this lady?" I accidentally said, "No thanks, I don't poison my kids." Oops. I'm going to call r/that happened on this. First off, if your 3-year-old is able to get anywhere close to an unlocked case of vaccines at a pharmacy, people are going to lose their jobs and certification they spent years getting. Second of all, I accidentally said, "No thanks, I don't poison my kids." How do you accidentally say that? Thank God this mama is #woke as fuck to totally school this ER doctor. Mom, really? What brand and configuration do you have in mind? Just tetanus. Do you mean the TDAP? Well, yes. So, you want to give my child a vaccine for 3 diseases when you're only concerned about one? It's the only way it comes. Lying or stupid? Not sure. So, how long will it take for the vaccine to help her create antibodies against tetanus? About 3 weeks. If this wound contains tetanus spores in the correct environment, how long does it take the spores to start producing toxins, causing lockjaw, then death? Immediately. So, you want to give her a vaccine that she won't mount an immune response until after about a week she's dead then? You did say you went to medical school, right? We left without getting a shot or TIG. Scares me that I have more information than a doctor. It should scare you, too. This bitch. First off, they're probably going to give you antibiotics. That's standard procedure, if I remember correctly, as well as the vaccine, for those who don't know, is to prevent future infection in case the kid trips or steps on a rusty nail or something like that, so that way there's significantly less concern of infection and tetanus next time something like that happens. So, had an idea and wondered if anyone had tried it. Step 1, infiltrate pro-vax sites and groups. Step 2. Pose statements as pro-vaxxer, but make it questionable. Example: I'm sick and tired of these vaccine injuries coming out of my paycheck. These anti-vaxxers are causing all of these kids to need vaccines, and then they end up with injuries, and it costs us. It's BS. Another example: so what if glyoprophysis positively is linked to cancer in a court of law? I doubt just a little bit in each vaccine will hurt my kid. Or, so what if they have aborted babies to make these? It's for the greater good, and obviously they weren't loved or wanted anyway. It allows me to post links to what I say, as well as showing them how callous and horrible they are. What you think? What I think? I think you're gonna get booted from every single pro-vaxxer group that you try this in. Because not only are the people or the moderators who are in these groups going to be able to spot this bullshit from a mile away, probably has been tried before and has been responded to in kind. And on that note, we conclude today's video. I have to stop with the anti-vaxxers because I could go on for days about them. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you guys liked what you saw, click subscribe, click the like button, comment on down below. I would love to get to know you some. Once again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, my friends, have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great whatever you decide to have. And I hope to see y'all next time.